Hello? Are we there again? Oh boy, I'm so sorry, everybody. Um, oh boy. Okay. So, yeah, apparently we had a quick little outage there. Streamlabs just pooped out on me there, so everything kind of pooped out for a hot moment there, but don't worry, we're okay. We're back. We're back. At least I think I am. Let me double check a couple things, everybody. I will still be here for a second while I'm kind of just verifying that everything is running normal. For some reason, yeah, Streamlabs just didn't like me there for a moment there. It's a shame, too, because I also ended up losing that game. Not for any real reason, it was just because I had to, like, fix everything. So, don't worry, everybody. I do apologize, and we should be back. So, hold on 1 second. Hold on. There we go. Okay, I think we're good here. And I think we should be okay. Just testing to make sure everything is running right here. So, give me 1 second, everybody. Don't worry, I'm still here. Okay. I think we're good now. I think we're good. Please do not crap out on me again. Oh, Cookie, thanks again for joining us. Hey, don't worry about it. All you just missed right now was me losing all of my settings real quick. So, sorry, I'm right now just doing a double check to make sure everything is running again on the stream. I guess I might have to just kind of stitch together the last portion with this portion right here. So, don't worry. I'll put that all together a little bit later on. So, the stream, I think, on YouTube, or at least something else is going to happen here. I don't know. I'll probably just figure it out later on. Maybe I'll just scrap that other piece and we'll just go with it as is. Any case, so shaking it off, and we're just going to just jump back into it. So we can't have those little mishaps here mess with us too much here because we are just going to have some fun still. So let's see. Just resetting everything here. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't. It's okay, Cookie. I still appreciate you being here. I just don't appreciate that my software decided to just be like, you know what? I don't feel like working right now. I'm just going to poop out and just not do your thing. But okay. Looks like we're shaking it off. We're doing fine again. So, all right. I think we are good to go here. So with what we have in hand here. Okay. So we have the turn 1 Thoughtseize and a Fatal Push as always. 5-drop Ashiok is going to be a ways away. But we have a Bandit's Talent. So we should be good here. Man, that last game actually had everything set up so well, and then all of a sudden, Streamlabs just decided to crap out on us. So, all right. I'll try not to let that bother me too much, but okay. Here we go. Watery Grave, turn 1. Let's get that Thoughtseize. Let's see what's going on. Don't worry. We'll jump into that eventually. We will definitely do that, Dense Linnet. Okay, so let's see what is our opponent here. Okay. So let's see. Looks like they're going to try to do some shenanigans here. Let's go ahead and throw away that Picklock Prankster. So I'm guessing, I think this is the Arc-like Phoenix deck? I think that's what this is. Yeah. Gotta love OBS and the occasional crashing. But okay. Moving on here. Sleight of hand. All right, opponent's got a Spiral Canal down. Okay, so with that, we will play an Island. Bandit's Talent coming in. Make our opponent discard. Granted, of course, if an Arc-like Phoenix deck has to discard cards, this actually works in their favor, but we will see how well it does for them. Okay. Opponents? Oh, they gave up already? Aw. It's not how I wanted to get my win, but I guess I'll just take it for now. All right, we go back up. So we're still at Platinum 3. And we'll just keep the good times going. I feel like that was Arena going, oh, yeah. We saw that everything kind of pooped out on you there, so here, have a free win on us. I think that's what they were trying to say there. All right, so let's keep it going. All right, here we go. Okay, so with that here, okay, so we have 3-drop Ashiok, and we do have technically a way to do some counterspelling and some removal here, or at least I should say discard. Let's keep this hand. Can we finally start stealing stuff with 3-drop Ashiok? We'll find out in a bit. So with that, let's put down the Pathway land. So now we have a Fatal Push ready to go, in case if our opponent tries to do anything shenanigans-wise. Okay, nothing yet. Dark Slick Shores is great. Do we want to do this now? I guess we'll do this now. Bandit's Talent. Make our opponent discard. Okay, come on, opponents. What do you got? Show me what you got. All right, they threw away Yorvo here. Okay, so they do have... So they're mono-green Stompy, I'm guessing. That's what we're dealing with here. Voracious Hydra. It's a little scary, but don't worry. We do have an option for that. So, put down the Gloomlake Verge. And then with that, we'll just wait a moment. Actually, we'll take this up, actually. Level 2, and we'll pass. All right, so we already have in hand the removal, so we're just waiting for our opponent to just start doing its thing. If they cast anything big, though, we may have to actually counterspell instead, so we'll see. Okay, Castle Garenbrig. Anything, opponents? They swing. Denied. Okay. Ooh, nothing from our opponent. Well, that's actually good for us. So, with that, Pathway land here. All right, first Ashiok. Let's go. Let us go. All right. Exile some cards. Okay. No creatures yet, but that's okay. So now that Ashiok is finally on the board here, we're going to start stealing all their stuff. Exile, exile, exile. Thank you, thank you. Okay. And pass. All right. We took away... Oh, okay. We could probably play the Tumblewag. That might be good for us later on. And then... I guess we'll hold on to these just in case. Okay. So... Okay, so let's see. Let's get a peeky peek opponent. What do you got holding on to? Oh, okay. So with that, we'll throw away... What do we throw away here? I guess nothing really hurts us per se, except for the hard-hitting questions. We'll throw that away. So with that... Tick down 3. And with that, we got the Tumblewag out, so that's actually really nice for us. How do you like that, opponent? We took your creature against you. Yes, we got there. Opponent right there did not want to deal with our stealing of stuff. Oh, this is actually pretty good. See, a lot of people underestimate 3-drop Ashiok here can be really gnarly against certain creature decks. All right, so great. Our first legit win, everybody. First real win today, so that's good. Okay, so with that, we'll continue on. So I realize also now that I had to reset the stream, I kind of am thrown off a little bit on time. So looking at the time right now, I think the best thing we're probably going to do is probably for the next 20 minutes or so, I'm going to estimate that. That'll be the time I'm going to allocate to best of 1. Maybe it might be 15 minutes, and then we'll just do best of 3 for the remainder. Just that way we can get a little bit more of a legitimate feel for this Ashiok here. Now, again, I do apologize ahead of time because we did lose a little bit of time trying to reset everything, but thanks again for hanging in there, everybody. I'm trying to figure out what would be the best way to do this. I don't know if I should re-upload to YouTube and stitch it all together, or maybe I should just leave the stream as is, and I don't know. Because I like to always stitch in stuff here, just to at least let people know like what happened. I know on Twitch and going live here, it doesn't really matter too much, but I just want to make sure that like anybody that wanted to see things can see everything legitimately. Like we weren't missing anything per se, but we'll see. All right, so with that, Dark Slick Shores. All right, opponent, let's get a peeky peek. Let's see. All right, so, okay, our opponent has removal here. We don't really care about the removal. We care about that Wandering Ember, so that's got to go bye-bye. Phew. Okay, so, here we go. Another Thoughtseize. That'll be great for later on. And we'll just pass here. So this is actually a pretty good matchup because although we are going to deal with our opponent's stuff here, we actually don't care about the stuff they're casting because we'll have plenty of time to just keep getting rid of the board. And we don't have any creatures to worry about, so that's actually good for us. Oh, this is actually so gnarly right here. Ashiok here. Denik is going to go bye-bye. Say goodnight, Denik. 4 cards in the yard. Exile everything. This is gnarly. I love this. Deck is actually really fun when it goes off. But your streams do save up in YouTube. That is true. So I think we'll just keep it as is. I'll probably put later on. I guess I'll just leave a note on the stream later on for those that caught it. And I might have to just... I'll leave a note probably at least on both parts of the stream. And I'll just kind of keep them up as is. Yes, it's going to look a little disjointed on YouTube. But hey, it is what it is. Dense Planet. You know what? I'll spend my last Royal Wild card for Blood in the Snow. Yeah, I'm mad as well. Ew. Well, try not to let that bother you too much, my man. I do know that it is very frustrating sometimes to spend wild cards. You end up not using them as much, but it's okay. You'll be fine. Let's see what our opponent is hiding, by the way, because we still got 2 cards we don't see. So let's go ahead. Let's take a peeky peek. What do you got, opponent? Oh, they got the make disappear. All right, well, that's got to go bye-bye. Okay. Phew. So they really have only a land, 2 cards that they can't use on Ashiok here, and whatever they have left there. Let's deduce. Draw a card. Bandit's Talent. Okay, that's not too bad either. So with that, Bandit's Talent. Oh man, this deck is actually going off here. We're not getting that many lands, but that doesn't matter because we're slowing our opponent down completely here. We're doing everything we can just to make sure our opponent doesn't try to go off on us here. All right, exile some more cards. Okay, so I guess we'll just tick this up. Level 2. Okay, so our opponent has now 2 cards in hand. We don't know them. Raffine. Okay. A little scary, but it's not the worst against us. So let's see. How do we do this? He has Ward of 1, which is actually kind of annoying. Come on. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Not going to be mad. Let's see. We'll do it this way. We'll put on 3-drop Ashiok here. Alright, so we're going to start exiling some more stuff. Opponent's halfway through their deck now. Hey, Infernoman, remember to drink water. Wait. Oh, yes. Actually, I should drink water. So, thanks for bringing that up. Appreciate that. And then, let's see. Okay, so they're going to connive. So no matter what, I guess we'll just take it down anyway. We will be losing 3-drop Ashiok in a turn, but that's fine. We're just trying to just keep their board clean of stuff there. And we were getting rid of their key cards. We can get rid of Raffine once we have some mana cleaned up here. So we should be okay. Hopefully. Oh, don't drink water. I'm going to extinguish myself. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying there. That's right. Well, actually, what would be something I can enjoy? Okay. What would me as a fireball actually drink? Would that be like oil? I don't know. I actually never thought about that right now. Good question now that I think about it. While I figure that out, let's go ahead. Let's tick up again. Not gonna lie. Ashiok here actually gets really big, and it's very hard for our opponent to deal with it. So I'm actually enjoying right now what's going on here. But first, let's get another peeky peek. Let's make sure our opponent does not have anything scary that we don't want to deal with. Okay, they have another Raffine, so that's got to go bye-bye. So, we really could use a couple more lands, though. I think that's probably what I want to get. At least one more land just then allows us to get rid of this Raffine by then getting rid of the clue token here. And then we can start triggering stuff off. We don't care about their life at this point because they're running out of cards very quickly here. Okay. Ashiok takes 2. And we will pass here. Alright, so Gloom Lake Verge. So with that, let us tick up again. So I think the best way we're going to do this is we're going to wait for their turn. We have a Fatal Push. We sacrifice the clue, and that should give us at least enough here to work with. That'll work, right? Right? That should be fine. Petrol? As in fuel to the fire? Oh, there we go. Our opponent has had enough. They didn't want us to keep stealing their cards. Yes, feeling good about that one. All right. Feeling good about that. Nice. Okay. So, looking good. So you saw right there, that was actually a really good example of what the deck wants to do. You saw our opponent here just kept getting their stuff stolen as we keep taking up Ashiok. And Ashiok actually taking up for 2 is actually pretty tough. Makes it very hard to get rid of unless you have hard removal. Ooh, we got a Runescarred Demon here. Nice. We'll take that later on. Get some gems. That's good. Okay. So, looking at the clock right now, I know for some of you that probably are jumping in a little bit later on, and I apologize again for this, half of the stream kind of got cut off because the OBS Streamlabs kind of pooped out on me. So, there's part of it that's currently up right now, but the other part I will throw up, of course, later on. So, don't worry. The whole set will come there. What I'm trying to get out, of course, is in probably the next match or so, I will then jump to best of 3 for the remainder of the stream. Now, until we get there, let's see. So, we got 3-drop Ashiok, we have some card draw, we have some card discard. Okay, so with that, I think we should be good to go here. Let's see, we'll put down the Gloom Lake Verge. Can only tick for blue right now, but that's all. Alcohol? Yeah, just kidding. Yeah, actually, I don't consider myself a drinker, for reals. I actually try to keep myself as healthy as I can. Try to. Let's play Bandit's Talents, see what our opponent's going to throw away. Okay, opponent, what do you got? What are you throwing away? Yes. Don't forget to hydrate. Wink, wink. When I need to. So our opponent has to settle the wreckage. Okay, so are they a control deck also? I guess we'll find out. Let's get a peeky peek at what they have using Ashiok here. Okay, opponent, so let's see. What do we have to deal with here? Alright, so, okay, Jinra, are they a humans deck? Are we dealing with humans? Is that what we're facing off against? I guess we'll find out soon. Field of Ruin. They got rid of the Mirex. I mean, that's annoying, but that's actually not that bad. So, put that out there. And then another Swamp. Put down Bandit's Talent number 2. Make them discard. I have no idea still what our opponent's doing. They have a lot of cards in hand, but we're going to get a better idea of things in just a moment here. They got rid of a Fatal Push, which is fine. Tick down again. Okay. So they're going to try to make some... Okay, so it's a legendary creature deck. That's what they're doing here. Okay, I get an idea now. All right, in the meantime... Oh, our opponent has had enough. They did not want to deal with us. Another win there. I'll take that. Nice. All right. Feeling good. I mean, again, the matches we're having are not anything crazy, but you can see nobody wants to get their stuff stolen or discarded. So I don't blame our opponents for kind of just giving up there. I mean, granted, when we're on the receiving end of it, it's very annoying. But when we're the ones doing it, yeah, we feel good about that. All right, so let's get one more best of 1. And then we're going to jump to best of 3. Oh, I know. I'm a dirty stinker today. You know what? I wanted to be on the dark side. Again, I don't normally play control decks, but sometimes control decks can still be pretty fun, at least when they have a fun gimmick to me. I'm not too big on like just standard control decks. You can see this one has a gimmick to it, so that's why I'm enjoying this one a little bit more than other ones. Okay, so with that, so we got a bunch of counter spells in hand. We have some card draw, and we do have 3-drop Ashiok. This is good. If our opponent, as long as they don't have anything major, like creature, right? Oh. Alright. Well, we gotta be careful because they got a Leyline of Resonance here. We have to be careful about that. Heartfire Hero. Alright, so. I don't know if we're gonna be fast enough to deal with a Heartfire Hero, but we'll try. But if we lose, that's totally fine. Not a big deal. Alright, here comes the Monstrous Rage. Alright. Alright. Opponent swings. Okay, so I'm gonna guess right now we may not have enough time to actually get anything to block. We'll see. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, any deck is fun when you're playing it and you're enjoying it, so you're not wrong there. I guess we'll counterspell. That's pretty much all we can do. So, that's gone. However, they still make a copy anyway, so it's kind of just almost a moot point here. So they will still pump themselves up. So they do 8 damage to us. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. Well, all right. A fatal push means that we're not dead on board, but I think we're pretty much cooked on this one. So, I mean, I'll still take out their card no matter what. But at this point, I don't think there's anything else we can do. Come on, opponents. Don't take too long. There we go. Okay. Oh, actually, I messed that up. I realized I should have hit it before it resolved, so we lose anyway. It's okay, though. Dang. All right. That's fine. You know what? As I mentioned, that is our final one for best of 1. Let's jump to best of 3 now. This is where the deck shines a lot more when we play best of 3. So let's change of plans. Dense Planet. Making Demir Snow with 4 blood on the snow. That's okay. So I know you're trying to get use out of those cards, but I'm sure you'll find something that'll work for you. So we're going to jump to best of 3 now, ranked, and we'll play. So this is now how we're going to be doing it for the remainder of the stream. As always, I know it looks a little odd because it says only 21 minutes in, but we were, of course, 30 minutes in for the previous part of the stream. So this is technically the halfway point. But I do want to remind everybody, if you do enjoy the content, as always, you'll see links throughout the chat itself that helps you find out where we are going to be at. So we're across all socials. We stream across all socials, such as X, Instagram, YouTube, and of course Twitch. So thanks again for being there. Even some of the I think I still have some links also to I think Kick. I think I'm on there, but I think I'm also on a couple of alt ones. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make though is watch me from any of those locations. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe wherever you're enjoying the content so you don't miss on any of the gameplay, booster pack openings, deck techs, and so much more. If you do want to be a true fiery friend, you can also support our Patreon, and that can be where you can see all of our bonus footage for a little extra money a month. Only about $3 a month gets you everything that we put on here, and again, bonus content that doesn't make it onto actual videos. Some test videos, some test decks out there and stuff like that. But even if you don't want to do that, all you can do for free is also join our Discord. You'll see, of course, that link in the details throughout the stream as well. We're having a growing group of fiery friends that have a lot of fun putting out their favorite deck techs and just chatting about whatever. But otherwise, thanks again for at least watching, everybody, and I appreciate at minimum you're here to support me. So with that, jumping back to the game here, we have Thoughtseize here for the turn 1. We have Ashiok here. Okay, this is actually a really good curve. We have 3 lands, so we definitely can get everything off. So with that, opponent puts down a Swamp. Oh, they got their Duress. All right, well, they're probably going to throw away our Thoughtseize, so that's going to be annoying. Yep. All right, so will they strip us, however, of resources first? I guess we'll have to wait and see here. Reckoner Bankbuster. All right, that's fine. We'll play Gloom Lake Verge. Bandit's Talent. Make him discard. All right, so this one could go either way because our opponent's got the Fatal Pushes and Duresses. They have a Reckoner Bankbuster. Oh, okay. We got 3-drop Ashiok here. We're going to start stealing their stuff. Okay, so with that, there we go. Stealing time has come. All right. Time to be a stinker. Let's see what you got, opponent. What do you have in hand? Or at least, what do you have in your library? Ooh, Sheoldred's Edicts? That's annoying. Wow, they actually had an option for us. But we still at least got to discard some cards. So we got rid of another removal piece, and we also got rid of at least the Invoke Despair. Unholy Annex. Very powerful card that has really been a big deal now recently in the game. Okay, so with that, we'll put it on black. I guess we'll now just play other Ashiok. Okay. Come on, other Ashiok. Keep exiling cards. Okay, so it looks like they're trying to do the combo with Unstoppable Slasher, but the good news is we did manage to exile a handful of them, so that's actually pretty good for us. We'll tick up Bandit's Talent. And we're now 1 mana away from getting Big Ashiok out, so we should be good to go here. Unholy Annex. Wow, number 2. All right. That's getting greedy, opponents. Okay, so with that, let us exile some more cards. I want to get a peeky peek at what they're doing also, but at the same time I want Big Ashiok out. So we came here for Ashiok, so let's go ahead, let's throw him out there. We'll start building up our tokens. All right. Let's see, opponents. Can you handle this? In the meantime, though, kind of like how creepy Ashiok is. All your fears belong to me. You will enjoy the nightmares I throw at you. How was that? Best Ashiok impression, at least in my opinion. Meanwhile, our opponent throws away our Thoughtseize, which is annoying, but that's fine. Alright, in the meantime, let's see, I think we'll tick up again. We will tick down here, exile 4 more cards. Well, the deck is definitely doing its thing, which is I am enjoying. And then we will level 3. No attacks yet. We're going to use them to block, of course, just to make sure the slasher just can't get through. Bloodletter. Okay, a little scary, but this is fine. Okay, slasher now doing its thing. Do we block, though? I guess we'll just... Well, actually, we don't really care. They take 5. That's fine. We'll let it go for now. 6 out of 10? I gotta step it up. I used to be pretty good at impressions, but okay. Good to know, Cookie. Thank you. Alright, in the meantime, we're gonna bounce away their Bloodletters so they can't do shenanigans against us. And they have to exile a card. Okay, they get rid of a Ranker Bankbuster. We will exile some more cards. We will swing with 1. Exile 2 more cards. Oh my goodness, we might actually get the win here. Excuse me, everybody. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh, Dense Planet, you were the one that gave it a 6 out of 10. My mistake. Cookie liked it, though. But I can see that I still got to make it work better. Okay, in any case, down to 10 opponents. And then, how do we do this here? I think we'll just put down the next Ashiok. We'll put down another because we're close to milling our opponent out here. So we might as well just get on that path. All right, down to 15. Oh, we might actually mill them out here. They're very close. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. All right, opponents, show me what you got. Duress. All right, that's fine. Annoying. They take away our other Ashiok, but that's okay. Our other one here definitely can then speed up the game plan very quickly here. And if our opponent's going to keep drawing cards, that actually puts them in a bad spot. They go up to 12. We go down to 2. Okay. So, this is also a little scary for us, but we're going to try. So with that... Okay. How... Okay. Down again. They go down to 8. This is 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay. Did we lose? Alright, wait. Did we... I think we lost here. Dang. Alright, so... I mean, we could swing here. That's still... 6. 4. Oh, we came up short, didn't we? Dang. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Down to 10. I forgot that Bloodletter here does shrink us down faster than I expected, so... I don't know if there's anything else I can really do here. I can use Ritual Soot, but that doesn't get rid of the Bloodletter here. Dang. Alright. I'll pass. Dang. Alright, they were at 3 cards. Second Bloodletter, so they had more than enough to deal with us. Unfortunately. They don't even have to swing. All they just have to do is just lose here. Yep. Alright. It's okay, everybody. We're going to game 2. We will go to game 2 now. Cookie, I have to admit, this kind of weird for me, speaking in the weirdest type of Spanish and also being able to speak English. I find it funny. Oh. I mean... I mean, it's not... I don't know if I would say it was weird. There's something weird about that. Also forgot to read your other message here. I think Arena is kind of rigged sometimes. When you're winning too much, it pairs you against someone who counters your deck. Yeah, I think there was, again, a Reddit post a while ago that was mentioning that the game tries to rig it in a way where if you're playing a lot of best of one, it purposely tries to make you lose just to kind of deal with the fact that, you know, there are definitely some decks that will consistently win a lot, but sometimes they try to match you up with decks that sometimes will purposely counter you like 100%. And I have dealt with that a couple times. I don't know if, again, some may argue that is a bit of a conspiracy. I don't know if I can agree with that, but again, there is some evidence that shows that the game kind of tries to mess with you a little bit on that one. So something, again, to think about. In any case, all right, so our opponent is playing the mono black combo deck. So what we need to do is just find ways of destroying things. So Ritual of Soot, I guess we'll drop those. We'll put in Deadly Cover Up instead. We will play, I guess we'll put in the Test of Talents. I think Kalitas might be... Is this the... Okay, I think I'll drop that Ashiok. I'll put in Kalitas. And then Withering Torments probably are going to be our best option here. So with that... We'll drop the Metamorphic Blast. And then... Trying to figure out also if we cut here. Cut the Phantom Interference. Bring in 2 Negates. And the Withering Torments are probably our best option here. So with that should be right. Right? It does look a little high on the curve, so I'm a little concerned about that, but I'm going to see if this works out. I don't know. I don't know, but we'll try. Alright, so play first. Alright, so we've got what we need here. Fatal Push for removal, Withering Torments. If we could just get another land drop, we should be okay here. Okay, so opponent mulliganed. We'll see if that helps them out. Restless Reef. Alright, opponent, what do you got? I would say... Oh, okay, our opponent's got that turn 1 duress. That's annoying, but that's okay. I would say something, but I don't know anything about control. Oh, that's right, yeah. I guess you're not really a control player, so... That's fine. It's just trying to figure out what would be the best options here to just get rid of certain things. Control is definitely an archetype that, actually, I think, in my opinion, is not too hard to do, but it really just depends on, again, what you're trying to do with, or like, what is your goal with controlling the board? I think that's the best way to explain it. All right, first Ashiok in, and we're going to start exiling stuff. Just start stripping our opponent of resources. Dance one. Okay. Made it into Demir Snow. Gotta test it out. Wish me luck. Good luck on that one. I think you can do it. I honestly do believe you can make this... You can make the deck work. So in the meantime, tapped. Alright, exile more cards. It's pretty much all we can do for now, but that's okay. You really could use a good counterspell right now. Any good counterspell would be nice against our opponent here. Alright, so... We can't Fatal Push that just yet, but our opponent will start draining us very quickly here. Gloomlake Village. Alright, so... Keep exiling. We don't really have an option, at least until we can get rid of something, so this is actually kind of an awkward game now. Because our opponent just doesn't have to do much of anything. Orzhov MTG. I have the same theory about the game where there must be something coded on the algorithm that might check the cards on your deck and try to balance versus you who are going. But some decks are so OP. Yeah, you're not wrong on that one. And again, welcome Orzhov MTG from YouTube. You're not wrong on that to a degree. It does feel like it's a little janky at times. I'll say that. Cookie. Yeah, I'm no good at navigating control decks. I prefer an aggressive deck, but mono red, but like strong. Okay. Well, there's definitely all kinds of stuff out there for you. I would say, I guess maybe me as a content creator, I have a habit of just trying to play everything, because the only way I'm going to get good at any certain archetype is I will have to learn something out there. All right. We might be dead on this one here. We didn't get the removal we needed. So unfortunately, our opponent might have defeated us here. And we don't have a way of triggering off Fatal Push here to make it get the value we want. So... I didn't want to do it that way, but dang. Alright. That's unfortunate. Alright. It's okay, everybody. We'll try again. We still have plenty of time left in the stream, so we're definitely going to play some more best of 3. Alright, so let's just jump into the next one. Shake that last loss off. No big deal. We're going to then do much better this game. I feel it. I definitely feel it. But there definitely are control decks that you can look at, Cookie. I guess it would depend on, again, I would say maybe you're more of a mid-range with control aspects. I think that might be better for you if you want to kind of dip your toes into a control deck. Or solve MTG. There are games where there is no land, so you can't play any cards until the opponent catches up. Yeah, I've seen that too. I've seen some games out there where, and you've seen it, I'm sure yourself, as an aggro player, most of the time, I've had games where I have only 20, sometimes even as low as 19, depending on what kind of deck I'm building. Very low to the ground, and half of my draws, like almost all of them are lands. And I end up with like 8 lands out of a 20 land deck. I don't know how that works. I know sometimes it feels like the shuffler's messed up. Again, I know some people think that is also a conspiracy, but I don't know. I do know that, I mean, in paper, it doesn't feel as bad, but I guess it's kind of hard to replicate. So I'm not very good at understanding the algorithm of how Wizards and the people that work on Arena do it, but I want to believe that they probably balance it in a way where, yeah, it probably does check the cards to see what you're playing versus who they're going to match you up against. Because I know they use that to a degree for Brawl, because if you have a high-level Brawl, like, commander, they'll try to match you up with someone that's also high-powered, so that way they try to keep it fair, quote-unquote. But sometimes I've played low-powered, like, uncommon commanders, and I still get matched up against the powerful ones. I don't know. I don't know what to believe. Either way. It's just a little weird either way. Alright, expedition map. Alright, what's our opponent trying to do here? But we will try to stop them in a bit. Let's see. Let's get a peeky peek opponent. What do you got? Show me what you got. Okay. Ooh, okay. So they're going to try to do a combo here. So throw away the Vizier. That's a key combo piece they got to get rid of. So I'm guessing this is the... I forgot what the name of the deck is, but I think I've seen this deck before. It's the... I forgot what it's called here, but yeah, it's the combo deck that tries to go off with... They cycle with cards, and then use Wish, and then use the other cards here to then get Lotus Field in for cheaper, and then just utilize that extra mana to just start cycling through stuff, and then... Yeah, see, there's the Thespian stage. So they're going to try to basically just ramp a ton right here. But the good news is, Ashiok here will hose them. All we just need to do is get them out. That's all we got to do. Cookie. Mono white control catch my attention. Oh, yeah. There is a mono white control deck out there for you. I think you might like that one. That might be your deck. Deduce? Okay. The magic gods right here are telling us to channel Ashiok. So, with this out, our opponent can't search anything, so they are hosed with this card. And we will start exiling pieces here. Oh, this is good now. Okay, now we should be in a good spot. Our opponent can't search too much here, so we will slowly but surely just overwhelm them on the board. Tick down. Exile opponents. Bye-bye. Your pieces are going bye-bye now. And then let's see what's in their hand. It's been a little while since we've gotten a peek at their hand, so let's get a peeky peek. See what you got. Opponent, come on. Don't be shy. Okay, so. Alright, so for this, I guess we get rid of... Get rid of the Wish. That's what... So with that... If we get rid of the Wish, what that means then is they can't dig for a piece out of their sideboard. So we lock them out of that. Alright. They turn on the Lotus Field here. If they throw stuff away with Valakut Awakening and refuel their hand, we can just keep exiling to speed up the clock. Oh, you do like that dirty laugh? Thanks. Okay. Now, obviously, we didn't have enough here to get rid of both removals, but that's fine. We will sacrifice the clue, draw a card. Okay, 3 steps ahead will be nice for later. And a Fatal Push. So, with this, we will play Ashiok number 2. Opponents, you could just use Valakut Awakening right now if I'm guessing. This is what I'm guessing they're going to... Okay, they did not. Okay. Tick down. Exile some more cards. Take that, opponents. More stuff. There we go. They had had enough. They did not want to deal with Ashiok. The nightmare continues, everybody. Woo! Okay, so got the first game down there. So now that we know what we're trying to deal with here, we're going to have to find a way to, of course, to just build up again things that are anti-combo. So what's anti-combo against our opponent here? So we will need the Test of Talents for sure. Ashiok's Erasure probably is going to be the key card here. We're going to trim down, and I know some people may not want to see this, but we're going to have to trim down the big Ashioks for a second here. Let's see. Thought Distortion coming in for sure. That'll help us shut down their combo stuff. Bitter Triumph, or actually negates. We need negates. That's what we need. And then, what do we do then? We'll need to... I guess we can... Is this the Intimidation campaign hidden tech? Maybe? All right, we'll throw that in there. We'll throw away the Ritual of Soots. I don't think we need Wraths, but we can use Spot Removal. That'll be helpful. And then finally... I guess we'll trim the Metamorphic Blast. I think this should be okay, because we have a ton of counterspells now. Thoughtseize will still stay in, of course. The Fatal Pushes if we need spot removal. And then 3-drop Ashiok is our key piece here to just shut them down along with other 3-drop Ashioks. I think this is good. This should be good, right? I'm feeling pretty good about this one. I don't like the combo that they're trying to do, but we definitely have the right deck to shut them down. We just need the key pieces that we need, and we can go from there. All right, so we do have some counter spells in the early game, which is great. Okay, opponent's going to start trying to do the thing where Expedition Map. Okay, so we have our 3-drop Ashioks. That's good. Shock ourselves. In case they put down any creatures, we can Fatal Push them away quickly, though. All right, nothing there. Pathway Land. We will play this on blue, and we'll pass. Okay, opponents. Show me what you got. They sacrifice Expedition Map to get their land. So they got the Lotus Field now. Okay, so with that, opponents. All right, they put it down already. They sacrifice their lands. Bandit's Talent. So, this is the turn right here. We need Ashiok number 3 to start exiling pieces out.
I shall unveil a
Thank you, opponent. Wow, we took 3 pour over the pages back to back to back. Oh, and then Mystical Dispute too. That's actually good. So we got rid of that. I don't know if our opponent has a way of dealing with this Ashiok here. It's gonna get pretty gnarly here in a second here. So let's go ahead. Let's keep ticking down. Or I should say ticking up. That's what I meant to say. Excuse me. Okay. And then Thoughtseize. Peeky peek opponent. Let's see what you got. What key pieces are you trying to hold against us? If they do have a counterspell, we are ready with a negate. Okay, so what do we deal with here? Hidden Strings is there, so that's something we don't want. Vizier can be gotten rid of. And then Leer is also something that's going to be scary too. So I think we'll throw away the Leer. We don't want to deal with that. And then Bandit's Talent. We'll make them discard another card. Cookie. Yep, let's see. Game 1-1. Yes, we got that one. Hey, Infernoman. I saw that video you talk about Universes Beyond. I think. I couldn't finish what I was going to say. Wait. Okay, no problem. Totally waiting on you. Don't worry. Take your time. Vizier of the Tumbling Sands. Okay, they're cycling it. They're trying to dig for their pieces now. Into the Flood Maw. So they do bounce away, but they get rid of their cards. That's fine. So with that, how do we do this here? I think... I think we're going to have to wait a moment here. We swing. Okay, so we got to get a peeky peek at our opponent again. If we could slow them down, that's fine. Okay, Mystical Dispute can go bye-bye as well. Actually, we'll throw away that. The Hidden Strings we can counterspell, so that's not a problem. Okay, so our opponent is pretty much slowed down at this point completely. So that's good for us. Okay, Ashiok again. I think we'll just have to keep attacking here. That's pretty much all we can do. Only just because I want to put down Ashiok here, but we need that counterspell up to stop the Hidden Strings combo. So we're going to have to wait just a little bit. We will see if we can get around it. Valaka Awakening. That's going to get negated. Phew. Okay, slow down our opponent as much as possible. That's all we can do against the combo deck. Unless they got their piece. They have one piece we don't know of. Hidden Strings. Okay, well, here we go. Did we fumble here? Bond of Insight. Oh, jeez. All right. I think we might have messed up here, but okay, we'll see. Did they actually manage to get it off? Jeez, so annoying. All right. They managed to get their pieces off, everybody, so I think we might have misplayed this one. But on the other hand, we didn't get quite the lands we wanted, so let's see. Did they actually go off here? Cypher is kind of a cool ability, I will say that at least. So our opponent here will throw away, I'm guessing... Okay, so they throw away their whole hand. Wow, okay. Alright, well, they can do that. Okay, so are we in the danger zone? Our opponent still has 3 mana open, technically, and 3 cards. 4 mana, okay. Okay. So, 2 cards in hand. Anything, opponents. If they pass, I think we should be okay. Oh, the dig through time. Okay. Alright. Still in the danger zone. What did they get? Are they getting another Vizier Tumbling Sand? Oh boy. Okay. It's fine. It's fine, everyone. It's fine. Dig through time. Wow, another dig through time. Okay. Alright, well, here we go. That's basically all their mana at this point. So they refueled basically their whole hand. Dark Slick Shores. It's tapped, so we're just going to have to keep things open for now, unfortunately. So we're kind of in a really awkward spot here. I want us to have the Counterspell Magic open, just so we can do our thing. But I need to make sure I counterspell the right thing. If we don't counterspell the right thing, we are going to be completely cooked here. They throw away another Vizier of Tumbling Sands. Okay. So let's see. That's quite a few pieces out of the way. Artist Talent. Do we care about that? Not yet. Okay. Okay. Opponent's going to keep doing their thing. Okay. So that's the Hidden Strings right there. So that's the card we need to counter now. Did we counter it? We did. Okay, that's good. So, at the very least, part of their combo piece is down. Pour over the pages. Okay. Well, we got rid of 3 of them. But they still managed to find the last one. Down to 22 cards, by the way. Alright. That's their last one, Vizier of Tumbling Sands, I believe. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, okay. Come on. Anytime now, opponent. See, this is also why I'm not a big fan of combo decks, because it's just like, I'm so bored right now. Opponent's going to keep doing their thing, basically playing Solitaire the Gathering here. I mean, while they're doing their thing, I suppose this would be a good time to just remind everybody. Again, if you want to support me, want to show some love, I do have a Patreon. I do sell, of course, on a Redbubble, our cute little stickers here, so if you do want to try those out, if you do want to buy some nice little stickers here to give me a little extra support, that would be appreciative. But again, I'll never expect anybody to ever pay for my stuff just to enjoy my content. So as long as you're watching, as long as you're showing some love, maybe giving a like to a video, maybe watching a video maybe a little bit longer than normal, I would appreciate that a ton. Oh, wow. I do like Niv Mizzet, but not when we're dealing with it. So at this point, our opponent Yeah. So I think we'll concede on that one. Okay. It's fine. We're going to now go to game 3. So with that, what do we want to deal with here? How do we want to deal with this? Not really much I can really change. I think we'll just keep everything as is. All right. So with that, all right. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Cookie. Wow. You really put a nice little text there. Okay. Let me read this for a second while I'm waiting for my opponent. So, Cookie, I agree with what you said about how this new crossovers may hurt or make the lore feel different or weird. But I think that introducing these new ideas and characters can make very interesting stories and not necessarily be in the canon of the lore. For example, I think about the Super Smash games where a lot of the characters of other games drive through a unique story. I don't know, it could be for a very interesting, unique universe. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to try to be as open-minded for next year with Magic. There are definitely some things I do not like, but I'm going to try to be open-minded and hope that it won't all come crashing down on us. That's my biggest concern. My biggest concern, and as you've watched the video, is there are definitely a lot of IPs that I don't think should be Magic cards. At least not in the main story. Not in the main standard sets. Commander stuff, Secret Layers, the Universes Beyond stuff, where we just kind of throw in their fun things just because for promos, those are okay. I don't mind those cards. I definitely have mentioned in the video itself, I have bought a lot of them. I have the Hatsune Miku cards. I have the Street Fighter cards. And I do love those cards a lot, but I honestly am just concerned that this is going to overtake the game, and it won't be what makes Magic Magic. It won't be what we play here. So, for example, like, I worry that in the future, like, a future zombie deck is not going to be a zombie deck. It's just going to be called, like, a Resident Evil deck. Now, obviously, there are zombies in Resident Evil, and I do love the games. I love them a lot, but I don't want that to take away from, like, some of our established characters, like Gisa here, or her brother Geralf. They're definitely part of the lore when it comes to that. Or when you play Liliana, and she's known for zombies. I don't want those characters to be sidelined for, like, the Resident Evil characters, as an example. So, I don't know. I hope that will get changed. Wow, we have a really heavy... Wow, we're flooded on mana here. Let's go ahead, let's mulligan. Okay, this is better. We have counter spells. That's what we wanted. Okay, so with that, we'll put away... Let's see. Put away the Restless Reef. Okay. It's a little now lighter than I'd like, but we have enough counter spells we should be able to slow down our opponent a ton while we kind of take the time to build up our game plan. All right, so we'll play Island. Okay, opponents, I'm ready for you this time. Let's go. Let's see if we can make this work, everybody. We will pass. So all we just got to start doing is counterspelling for days, and we should be good to go. Thought Distortion will be nice for later. We'll pass. But I sure hope, though, we get some lands, because otherwise we're going to get destroyed here if we don't get our lands. So hopefully we'll get a couple more. Just at least one or two more lands, and we should be solid here. All right. Fire Bluff Canal. Okay, so we get another island. That's great. We will pass. I wonder if I should have had Spell Pierce instead. But, well, I guess we'll see next time. So with that, do we counterspell? Actually, hold on. We'll let that go. I want to see what our opponent does. We'll probably save those counterspells for the more critical pieces. Wow, they threw away their whole hand? I'm surprised. Okay, that's pretty risky, opponents. We'll see if it pays off. All right, another card draw. Okay, Lotus Field coming in. We're going to have tons of mana, by the way. So that's okay. And then with that, we will pass here. All right, 3-drop Ashiok is great, but we don't have the mana to cast it and keep up counterspell magic. So this is where it's going to get a little awkward here. All right, another land for opponents. I think... We're just going to have to do some card draw here, because I do need to get those lands. Does our opponent have a counterspell? Opponents? They're thinking. Dig through time. Okay. They're digging for more answers. Cookie, well, it's kind of hard to say because if Magic is in a bad state of players, maybe that's the future that it needs to have. You're not wrong. And then, what do we toss out here? I guess we will toss out the Bandit's Talent. We have plenty of cards right now. Dark Slick Shores is not the ideal land I want right now, but we're going to have to just keep it. If we can get to that next Dark Slick Shores here, we have Thought Distortion as well, so this could be our key piece later on. Do we want... Okay, no, we'll just let that go. They already have the Lotus Field, so it's not like they already have enough lands. They sacrifice their 2 cards. Lotus Field, both of them are on the field. Dark Slick Shores again. Pass. Another 3 steps ahead is good. Okay, reading. Sorry, let me finish this up, Cookie. Think about Fortnite. I was dying for a long time until they decided to do crossovers with everything. Like, literally yesterday, they did a Skibbity Toilets crossover. Terrible. But then again, I'm also a very old Magic player, so I guess I'm a Magic boomer in comparison. So I guess maybe that's why I don't get things like Skibbity Toilet, but hey, it is what it is. And in my opinion, it's certainly a new low, but what makes the game alive. I hope it doesn't get to that Magic, but it is what it is if it happens. I really hope, if we ever get to a point where they put in Skibbity Toilets or anything like that as a Magic card, I think I would probably just cut my losses with this channel, and I would probably just, I don't know, stream other stuff. I mean, that would probably be what I would do. Okay, so in the meantime, our opponent here, we have to negate that. Opponents, do you not have another answer? Anything else? Double Jerry Pie from YouTube. I have never played Magic before, lol. Stream popped into my feed because I've been getting into One Piece as my first card game. Thoughts on One Piece? And how long have you been playing Magic? Oh, well, welcome, my fiery friend. Glad you're with us. Honestly, I've been actually wanting to collect other card games. The other card games I do collect are, besides Magic, that's my main game. I do collect Lorcana. My wife has actually gotten back into Pokemon TCG, so I kind of want to get some cards again. Back in the day, I used to also play Yu-Gi-Oh! So I was also big on that one. I know Yu-Gi-Oh's kind of made a comeback with Master Duel. I don't know if maybe I might do, I was going to do at some point, like, I don't know, like an April Fool's Master Duel stream in the future. Just to play around with that. And then also, oh wait, I should probably do my move here. All right, hold on. Mystical Dispute. All right. Okay, so with that, discard a card. And then Phantom Interference. Oh, maybe I should have done this first. Do you pay the remaining 2 mana, opponents? Actually, also, but that is a game that I've wanted to do. I have wanted to actually collect One Piece TCG, but I don't have enough money for every single card game out there. Unless I become a super duper rich TCG content creator, I'm pretty much going to stick to Magic because that is my main game. But I do want to try at least out One Piece at some point. Or at the very least, I might collect some packs because I definitely love the manga. I love the anime. I love playing, I love the series. I do love One Piece a lot. It's been something I've been enjoying for many years. As for how long I've been playing Magic, I originally played Magic back during what they call 7th edition. So that makes me very old. That's basically like the late 90s. My height at the time when I was like in my young teens, I played in like 2002, 2003. So that was the big years for me for Magic. Man, that was a magical time for the game. Loved it. Ah, memories. But honestly, I skipped the game for about 10 years and I jumped back in 2017. So since then, I've been collecting cards. And in 2020 is when I started this YouTube channel and really started getting back into playing the game for myself. I've really been enjoying coming back to Magic after so many years. Dan Splendid, Skibbity Toilet isn't that bad. Really? Really? Maybe it's just because I just don't get it. I guess that's just my thing. Throw away the Leer. Okay, and then how do we do this here? Let's see. I guess this is going to be the turn. We will start exiling stuff. All right, so we got a Hidden Strings out of the way. That's good. KBG, welcome again for joining us, my fiery friend. Glad for you to be here. MTG is the Fortnite of card games. I mean, I guess you're not wrong at this point. Ever since we started doing Universes Beyond, the game has pretty much now become Fortnite to a degree. I mean, again, I'm going to be open-minded, and I'm definitely going to do some content focused, of course, on the Final Fantasy sets. We're obviously going to do Spider-Man decks at some point. I know those are probably going to be probably more popular things, so ironically, this is probably a good time to do Magic content as we start getting more IPs into the game. Don't get me wrong. I guess, again, I'm going to emphasize I don't want to worry about the fact that the lore will get pushed away in favor of the IPs. As long as they can keep a fair balance between the lore that I've invested in for Magic, that's fine. I will have to accept that, you know, Final Fantasy, Marvel, and whatever else they can put into the game are going to be there. But just don't ruin it for everybody in Wizards. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. But I guess I would be hypocritical if I said I don't want it at all, because I do also buy a lot of Lego as also another one of the recreational items I do. And Lego, I know at this point, is also basically just all IPs. The majority of Lego sets I have, and I guess I'm just going to be honest with you, I do have a lot of Star Wars Lego. I know obviously Lego was just based upon basic sets, but they've expanded to IPs that I actually do like, so yeah, I guess I'm a sucker for everything. So hate me. But it is what it is. So I guess I'd be hypocritical if I said I didn't want any IPs into Magic. So let's just hope that it happens. Hopefully everything will just work its way out in the end. I just hope so. KB, also, I play Pokemon Live TCG. Good game that doesn't need other IPs to sell their products. Yeah, but let's be real. Pokemon is massive. Pokemon is so big it doesn't need to do anything else. Although I forgot that Wizards of the Coast at one point did have the Pokemon license for all their cards back in the day. Way, way back in the day when I was just a teen and now I'm just an old man. Cookie, in my opinion, Magic is the best and most fun TCG to play. It is, of course, the most diverse. There is a ton of ways you can play Magic, which I do love about the game. You can play any way you want. So that's actually one of the cool things I do like about the game. But I suppose I guess at the end of the day, as I mentioned in the video, if adding in IPs does bring more players to Magic, I'm okay with that. As long as they're willing to jump in and say like, hey, I like Magic, I jumped in for like Final Fantasy, but I actually do want to play more of the game, that's fine. I'm okay with that. However you want to play the game, I've said before, I won't never turn away anybody. In fact, if anybody I ever meet in person wants to play games, I don't care what you believe in, how you play the game. Just let me know again what your deck does, and I'll sit down with you and play. I'm happy to play against anybody, anything. So that's my little rant. Okay, hopefully now that I finally finished that whole rant, my opponent finally finished comboing there. Jeez. Felt like their combo just took off like forever there. Okay, so what do we got? Visitor? Okay. Oh, our opponent just gave up? Opponent! I'm sorry, did I take too long there? Wow, I was not expecting to just them quit, but okay. I would take the win. I didn't mean to win there, but okay. Yeah, we'll count that as a win. All right, yeah. Yay. I guess maybe they didn't want to hear me rant. Okay, let me finish up reading the comments, everyone. We'll get a couple more games in. All right, cool. Got our dailies done there. All right. Double Jerry Pie. I hope the stream goes well, man. Have fun. Thanks. Thanks again for stopping by. Have a fun day wherever you're at. Enjoy yourself. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas wherever you're at. Kevy G also. The lore has been bad and on off for Magic since War of the Spark. It has been very sad. Yeah, I mean, okay. Yes, that was the biggest moment. And I was super hyped when we got that trailer for War of the Spark. But I'm not going to lie. Yes, the lore has been a little at times. And in my opinion, it could have been a lot better if they just had better writers. But this is also not a Magic problem either. I, of course, have been following a lot of other media giants out there. Disney has a problem with writing right now. We have a lot of other companies out there, Marvel, Star Wars. Well, I guess that's all under Disney. But either way, not very many of them are writing good stories. At least the stories that I don't really care to read. So that's been a bit of a problem across the industry. Something to think about as a whole. All right, let's get a peeky peek at what our opponent's trying to do. Ooh, okay. Well, we can't deal with that Ulamog, so we're going to have to discard it. So that's got to go bye-bye. Phew. Okay, that's gone. I mean, the lore, in my opinion, I think what could be better about the lore is they need to just go back to the way they used to do it. You know, make 3 sets. Give yourself a ton of time to tell the story. Don't do one set, one plane, and move on. It is so tiring to do that because I don't have enough time to go over again what's in the plane, and they're like, nope, we're gone. Next plane. That's just too exhausting. That's the reason why I don't like it right now, at least in my opinion. So that's just, I think, how I feel they should fix the lore. Is just, we just need to spread out the sets again to one plane and focus on that for a little time. At least I think that would help out a ton. Alright, so 3 Ashiok here. Alright, let's see if we can steal some stuff from our opponent here. Let's get a steely steal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Opponent. Oh, okay. So we got Glimmer of Genius, the Seiju, and we got an Ugin. Okay. Well, those are good hits, at least. Good timing for a combo deck so we can talk more. Yeah, that ironically, that last game, ironically, was actually a pretty good time for us to talk because our combo they just kept going. So I guess that gave me plenty of time. So I guess maybe our opponent just kind of got bored of me ranting. Sorry, opponent. In the meantime here, our opponent here is... Okay, so our opponent is the Aetherworks Marvel deck. I played this actually on stream several months ago, so some of you all should check that out. That was actually a pretty fun... that was a fun deck, especially with all the additions from Modern Horizons 3. Kebby G. Wizards doesn't pay enough for artists or writers, so it's kind of their fault. Yeah, let's be honest about that one. I do agree with you 100%. Wizards is very cheap right now on writing. Like, I'm really disappointed with that. They honestly have one of the best ways of doing it. They make full art cards that are amazing. They have a lot of special artists and talent that can do stuff, but they don't pay them well, or they really just don't care. And that's kind of really disappointing about the game right now. Don't get me wrong. I love the art that we get on full art cards. I absolutely love the fact that we get a lot of sweet special reprints of stuff, but they really need to fix a lot of those things. A lot. I mean, really, they really need to do. Okay, so we're going to exile some cards from our opponent here. That's all gone. Say goodbye, opponents. All right. 2 block sets at minimum. I will agree. I mean, okay, so maybe it's just because I'm an old school player, but 3 blocks was perfectly fine for me. That gave you enough time to build like a 3-story arc. Oh, opponent got to go off with Emrakul here. All right. Yeah. Okay. So they exile all their stuff. Emrakul the Promised End here. That means that they're going to do their thing, and we're cooked. Yep. We're in the danger zone right now, everybody. So is there really anything we can do at this point? I don't know. Wait. Yeah, they can get us here. Never mind. I'll just quit and we'll just go to game 2. Just go to game 2. At least, so the reason why I like 3 block, not just because I'm an old school player, is also 3 blocks kind of set it up like a play. You know, you have the intro, you have the tragedy from the second part of the play, and then part 3 is where we wrap it up for the climax. So at least that's the storytelling I think that used to work very well for Wizards. 2 blocks is okay. I know we've been getting some random 2 block sets here and there. I guess, you know, kind of like with, I don't even know. Well, I mean, it's not really a true multi-block set, but when we went Brothers War was okay. Going from Brothers War to Phyrexia, although it was still a little disjointed. But in my opinion, March of the Machine should have at least been minimum a 2-block set. Not the Aftermath product we got. That was terrible. They should not do that again, and I'm glad they will not do that. But seriously, that set should have been 2 sets. Aftermath should have been its own full set completely. But that's just my opinion on that one. Honestly, I hope that they'll fix this in the future, but most likely not. But we'll see what happens. All right, so with that, sadly, Hasbro isn't Skibidi Sigma company. They just risk it like Riot Games did with Arcane, high risk, high reward. Well, Arcane thankfully did manage to go off with a great animated series, but the issue with them is, I don't know enough of their characters to care about the characters. It's a cool story that they made that was animated, but I don't really care about the characters enough. So that's kind of a problem I see there. They did everything great when it came to design and everything, but nobody cares about the lore. At least not enough for me to jump in and be like, oh, I totally want to play this game. Okay, sorry. Going back to this now, I realize I probably should do this before it's too late. Okay, so we're going to throw in some negates. We'll throw in the Test of Talents and Thought Distortion, I think. We'll take out the big Ashioks, because that's not going to be enough. I think we'll just keep it like that. Kebby, I'm an old player. My favorite was Alara Reborn. Nice. I wasn't actually playing Magic at the time right there, but I do know of the sets. They did 3-block sets for a while after I started. The last set was always lackluster. Well, I mean, I guess you're not wrong to a degree on that one. There is definitely some stuff that they definitely need to fix on. But if it's the one thing I wish I could invest my own money into, if I had the money for it, I would definitely invest completely into making better stories that people care about. Just imagine, again, all they had to do was just make a good story that they could have put on Netflix. You could have had a really lengthy story that talked about the Brothers' War or the Weatherlight from the old days. You can even do maybe like, or even if you don't want to do the main characters from any of the games, all you have to do is, well, mulligan by this, by the way. Okay, this is good. So for what they could have done minimum is just invest in like, okay, give me the Plane of Ravnica. There's so much storytelling you can do on Ravnica with just, you don't even have to do the main characters. You can just do like side characters and just like make up a unique story. Kind of like what they did with Fallout. Make an original story, use like a plane, talk about it for a season, make a whole cool story out of it that gets people all hyped about it, and then move on to another plane for a future story. Like you can do a whole season on Kamigawa, a whole season on Ravnica, a whole season, even on like something like, I don't know, like Thunder Junction. Yes, it seems kind of goofy of a set, but I actually like the set, and I think that could have been a great setting for a lot of things. So that's, in my opinion, the best way they could have done these things. They honestly have so much story and so much potential with what they've created, but they just squander it so much. We really should have had at this point, at least for Magic, especially with Hasbro money, we should have definitely had by now a good Netflix story, in my opinion. All right, enough of me ranting. Let's actually get back into the game. So let's see. Okay, so they got the Aetherworks Marvel. We're going to throw that away now. Can't have our opponent go off with their combo there. Okay, we also have another Thoughtseize, so we can get rid of some of their other cards, which is good. Oh, wow, we got another third Thoughtseize. Okay, so with that, tapped, and we'll pass for a turn. Let's see what they do cast. We'll wait. Dense Planet. Don't play League. Don't worry. Honestly, though, my wife tried to play League, and she absolutely hated it. So I think the closest thing to League that she actually liked was, what was it? Pokemon Unite? Does anybody play Pokemon Unite? I used to play that for a little bit, but it kind of got a little boring after a while. And then after that, the only other ranked games I play would be like what? I still play Call of Duty whenever I have time and I don't do editing. But I also play... What else do I do play? I don't play Warzone. I do play also Star Wars Hunters on Nintendo Switch. That's also coming to PC, so maybe that might be something I might do for my true Fire Rate friends. Maybe we might do some exclusive streams in the future, but we'll see if I get big enough. Okay, put down the Otawara, and okay, let's do it this way. Our opponent probably doesn't have any removal, so we can put down 3-drop Ashiok safely. All right, exile some stuff. Phew. Okay, we should be good for now. Cookie. Well, the point of Arcane wasn't to play League of Legends, actually. Riot Games decided that all the lore the characters had before Arcane wasn't canon anymore, so and the series is the new canon. Oh, okay. So they're kind of trying to do what Disney's wanting to do with Star Wars. They want to try to throw away everything and then start fresh. I don't know how I feel about that, but I mean, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. I'm not invested in Riot Games or League of Legends enough to care, so, I mean, if that's something that some of you care about, I mean, you tell me how you feel about that kind of thing. Dense Planet is right, though. Don't play League. Don't worry. We're definitely not going to play League. I have no interest in that at this time. All right, in the meantime, what I am interested in, however, is beating our opponent here, so let's go ahead, let's exile some more cards. All right. Let's see what our opponent has in hand. Let's get a peeky peek. What do you got, opponent? Show me. Show me what you got. Okay, 2 Glimmer of Genius, so I guess we'll throw away 1, and we'll pass here. Okay. Well, if our opponent wants to make a token, that's fine. We can blow it up if we need to, and we do counter the Glimmer of Genius. Kebby, I guess I take that back. One of the 3 sets was always lackluster. Zendikar, World Wake was weak. Yeah, I've heard bad things about that one, so you're not wrong. Return to Ravnica had Dragon's Maze was bad. But I mean, okay, so Return to Ravnica, okay, so part of the set was great from what I heard, but yeah, Dragon's Maze was bad. So bad that I actually was able to, you could still actually pick up packs on eBay for less than the MSRP. I managed to pick up a couple packs just for the heck of it for like $3. So that was like hilarious, at least to me. All right, we'll let Ashiok die here. Not a big deal. And then Darkslick Shores. Actually, I realized I probably should have gotten rid of that Whirler Virtuoso, but that's okay. Hopefully that will not cost me the game later. All right. Glimmer of Genius. Dense Planet. I played. It was nice, I guess. Okay. It wasn't nice. All right. Opponents still not doing much. We got 3 cards in hand, but we do have, at least have a Thoughtseize, so we are ready for whatever they have. Down to 13. Opponents? Okay. So. All right, so. How will this go here? Also, I realize I'm looking at the clock. Oh, I realize now I have to get ready for my big boy job in a little bit. So this might be... I realize now this, even though I'm having fun, I might have to cut this one, and this might be the final match, everyone. Sorry about that. I lost track of time. I didn't realize it was almost time for me to get ready for work. So if you do want to help me out and make sure that I don't have to worry about having a big boy job anymore, you know how to do it. Show some love. You can support the Patreon in the future. You can support me doing a bunch of this stuff. I would love to do more streams. I just sadly don't have the time, but I'm going to try. Okay, Glimmer of Genius. Okay, opponent is going off here. But I will say, after this match, I think I'm going to have to cut it here. So I do apologize for those of you that wanted to play today. Don't worry, everybody. I won't... I'll keep my word. I'll try to do maybe next week, hopefully during the holiday. We'll see if we can try to get in at least a couple of matches with some of you that have been waiting patiently. So thank you for being patient, everybody. I do appreciate that. Let's see. What do we get rid of here? I guess we'll get rid of the Phantom Interference. So I realize, yeah, I probably need to get ready. Oh, and I missed my land drop there. Oops. Well, hopefully that's not going to screw me over. Yo, don't worry, Infernoman. The stream was really fun. Hope to see you again soon, though. Well, don't worry. I will, of course, always let the schedule know. So after this match, I think because yeah, I'm looking at the time. This will probably be the last one. And that from there, I'll do my wrap-up like I normally do. I'll still keep everything 1 for 1. And we'll do it that way. Down to 9. Okay, we're getting close to the end here. Okay. 3-drop Ashiok's not bad. Do you have an answer, opponents? They do not. Okay, so let's exile some cards. Exile 3. And pass. Okay. Right, they make another token. So I realize now, yeah, I should have Fatal Push when I had the shot to do the Whirler Virtuoso, but I kind of messed that up. So hopefully that will not cost me the game, but you can tell our opponent here is very determined to do their thing. But that does buy us time. On the other hand, if we get to our Wrath, we should be okay. Right, they surveil. Kebby, I sent you the link to one of the One Piece tutorials for you to try. Okay. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. All right, Bandit's talent coming in. Make our opponent discard some cards. All right, there we go. They threw away. Wow, they threw away an Ulamog? Okay, wow. I'm a little scared about that, so let's see what else they have in hand. Aha! Genesis Ultimatum, gone. We will tick up. Level 2. Okay. All right, so if we can get to our Wrath, we should be good here. We just need to find a way to get around this. Server to the Conduit. Down to 2. Okay. We are in the danger zone right now. Okay, so how do we do this? Is there any way out? Probably not, but we can Fatal Push away Server to the Conduit. Let's see. Dense Planet. All right, that's enough. I've hated that match anyway. If I see one more Thoughtseize, I swear I'm going to commit crimes in Minecraft. Oh boy. You are on the warpath right now, my man. We get rid of another Thopter token. But that's just not going to be enough. So, we make another, and we'll just go there. All right. Well, dang, we got wasted there. Sadness. Okay, so we're going to have to end it there, everybody. I do apologize because, again, I look at the time right now, and I will have to then get ready for my big boy job. So, also, the only awkward part is part of this, the first, I think, 30 minutes is up on YouTube right now, and also Twitch. I'm just going to leave those as is, and I'll just have to mark them. And then the second part that you're watching now, I'm just going to keep as is, just so, again, avoid any kind of awkwardness. But I will leave notes on both of the videos to indicate, like, if you want to watch the whole thing, it'll be stringed together somewhere else. So there we go. Oh, you're fuming? Oh, no, man. Hopefully, again, you'll get a win next time. Don't worry. Hang in there. Okay, so we're going to just cut it there because, again, yeah, I got to take care of some other things. But I really still had fun with all of you today, so thank you again for joining me for today. But otherwise, that was our Nightmare Before Christmas deck, everybody. So you tell me in the comments below or on the replay, what do you think? Would you play this deck in any way, shape, or form? Truth be told, well, we didn't see it go off too many times here. I did like the deck for what it was doing. I actually had a lot of fun with it. It's actually really gnarly to kind of get people with Ashiok Nightmare Weaver. It's actually a really, really powerful card, and people don't anticipate what it's capable of. While we didn't get to steal that many cards today, it's actually a really fun card to use, and I actually do like what the deck is trying to do. I probably would tweak the deck a little bit more just to that way. Well, I did think it was a good idea to have a lot of Moto spells. There were many times where I kind of wish we had creatures just to kind of provide a more solid backbone to the deck. Maybe make it a little bit more of a mid-range pile just for that. But keep in mind, I kept the deck as is because I wanted to do something that we don't normally do, which is control decks. And also I wanted to maintain part of the theme that is Ashiok itself. So something to think about. Now, if you're those of you out there who are interested in the deck, of course, I will leave a link for you in the details of this video. Both of the copies will be available. I'll just kind of have to modify, I guess, the thumbnail just to show a part 1 and part 2. So I'll add that on a little bit later. Otherwise, that was otherwise more or less the deck itself. I did have a lot of fun with it. If you wanted to make it cheaper, though, I probably would recommend just go with a simpler mana base. Cutting that down would mean that you would cut out, and if I was to do this, honestly, we could do, let's see, on Arena real quick. Like, if I wanted to actually help y'all out. Actually, hold on. We'll do it this way. So we'll clone a copy here, and we'll make this one the budget one real quick. So land base. As always, I tell you all the time, update your mana base as soon as possible just to get yourself the most value out of it. But otherwise, for this one here, if you want to do it this way, you could do, let's see, where is it at? Okay, so get the choked estuaries, and then from there, like if you want to keep the core of the deck as much as possible, it's doable. But just be aware of how cheap you might have to go. So for this one, 10 islands, 10 swamps, choked estuaries. So that gives you at least the minimum there. All of your rares and mythics are literally just going to go to the Ashioks. So that's going to be the bare minimum for the deck. So Ashioks here. If you want to make this ultra budget, I would say, or I probably might want to keep the Ritual of Soot or some kind of Wrath here just to help you out. So if you don't want that, or if you don't really care about the Wraths, you can put in Cry of the Carnarium as like an option for you if you want those. Otherwise, let's see, because that's going to be 4 here. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then that gives you maybe 4 rares to mess with. So if you want, cut the Thoughtseize. You can then do instead, wait, oops, messed that up. Put in Duress, of course. So that could be your best option there. Keep the Fatal Pushes. 3 steps ahead can get dropped. Put in a full set of Phantom Interference. If you want to then make it a little better for yourself there, Negates can come in from the sideboard to the main board. So you can just have those as your actual thing there. Metamorphic Blast, if you want to maybe add in another copy of that. So this way you have a little bit more leeway that way. If you want to, Bandit's Talent's also great too. Just full playset of those you might as well since they are uncommons. So there you go. There, that's not too bad, right? See, so you can put together at least a decent Ashiok deck that actually will not cost you that much. So this actually only costs us what? Not 8 rares? Or actually what? So 1, 2, 3. So that's 4 mythics there. So that's 8 mythics. That's not too bad, right? I mean, granted, mythics are a little bit harder to come by depending on how you build yourself there. But those are going to be enough for you. And then how you want to modify the rest is completely up to you. For the sideboard, if you want to just keep a little bit here, Test of Talents is fine. Bear Triumph, Intimidation Campaign. All of these are great. If you want to spend a little bit more on rares, I would say probably either a Kalitas, something strong in the 4-drop slot. You can also do maybe they're even shielded if you want to, if you want something a little bit more consistent. Deadly Cover-Up if you want a Wrath. So there you go. That's 10 rares right there. Thought Distortion is cheap too. Heart the Carnarium. Everything else here, 12. So I guess that's technically 12 rares right here if that's what you want. And then whatever else you want to throw in just to give yourself a little bit more to work with here. So if you want to, I would say, and I'll just throw in something really random for you. Either it can be more Thought Erasures just for more discard, maybe Tyrant Scorn if you do want to deal with more creature removal, and also you just want to bounce things away. So that could be good too. So I guess we'll just do it like that. Let's just leave it as is. So Nightmare budget version here. So there you go, everybody. Threw that down for you. One version of the deck that's cheap, easy to put together, and it won't cost you that many. But if you do want to play the regular version, I'll leave links for both at the end of the video later today. But that's pretty much it for you, everybody. Now, before we go, as always, I do want to mention, of course, since you've all stuck around this far into the video, thanks again, everybody. You are all my true fiery friends, and I really do appreciate all of you out there. So with that, let's go ahead and... Oh, Wicked Manipulator can go? Yeah. I suppose you probably just could cut the Wicked Manipulator completely, and you could just put in the regular 5-drop Ashiok. I mean, I never got a chance to play with it today, so I mean, you could cut that one if you want to. Nightmare Muse is honestly a lot better, in my opinion. I love that card a lot more, and it's much more consistent with the game plan. So there you go. We could just do it that way. I just wanted to throw in Wicked Manipulator dense in it because it was an Ashiok deck, so I had to at least be fair and at least give one copy into the deck. But otherwise, as I mentioned, since you're all still here, my true fiery friends, you get to see again, what are we doing for the future? So we're still finishing up recording Fight Before Xmas. This is going to be the Christmas deck tech. Granted, this one, I don't have enough time, sadly enough, to do a full gameplay video for you. So I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to try to change the formatting a little bit here. We'll do a couple of cute little bits with at the front, but this is mostly going to be just a full pure deck tech. So a lot of analysis, talking about the deck, showing you again how it works, and then we'll go from there. Since next week is going to be a holiday going into Christmas to New Year's and everything, content will be a little bit lighter because I am going to be spending time with family and friends, but do not worry. I will try to squeeze in, of course, some streams, and I'll try to put in a couple of shorts when I can. So hang in there. They will be coming. For the final deck text for the year, depending on how much time I have, I'm going to see if I could try to squeeze in our last Basically deck. So Basically Treasures is good to go. I just need to finish recording this one. Pure Kenergy, I'm going to keep testing this one a little bit more, but I love what this deck is trying to do here. This might be our final deck tech for 2024. So that's going to be coming up soon. And of course, we're going to be experimenting with other decks out there. Some of them, if you are on the Patreon, you might have already seen some of the decks I've kind of been testing with here and there. So we'll see what happens. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for everybody. We're going to then just end the stream here. Thank you one more time, everybody, to everyone that was joining us today. So Cookie, Dan Splendid, my all-stars as always, thanks again for joining us. KBG, thanks again for stopping by. Even for some of our new random friends that showed up, Double Jerry Pie, I know you're there with One Piece. You can still join us on the Discord if you want to talk about One Piece. I'm sure somebody out there will be happy to join you on that one. Orzhov MTG, I don't know if you're still there, but thanks again for joining us. And again, a couple of you others that were there earlier. Sorry again that the stream got cut off. But again, Jake, I know you were there earlier. If you're still there, thanks again for joining us. I see some of you, of course, also on Instagram there. So those of you that I saw, Mag Planet, Ariyan786, MTG Artwork eBay, thanks again for joining us. Even if you didn't say anything, I still saw you guys. So I appreciate all of you from there. And everyone else out there, if I didn't get you, thanks one more time. But that's pretty much going to be it for today, everyone. One more time, have a wonderful weekend. We're going to see if maybe we could try to do a Christmas stream in the early morning on December 25th. So hold on to that one. That probably will be a small but fun stream. We're just going to have fun with that one for the day. So we'll see what deck we throw out there. But otherwise, that'll be hopefully next week. But otherwise, that's pretty much it, everyone. One more time, have a wonderful day. And as always, just remember that no matter what you do play in the game of life, always be sure to burn bright. We'll see you next week, everybody. Later.